Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome back to City Skylines, where we're trying to build the most profitable city possible. And so far, it's terrible. Everything's terrible. We only have $1.8 billion, and our monthly balance is only 30 million bucks a month. Like, what are we supposed to do with that? Only afford a small fleet of private jets? It's terrible. But I have a plan to make much more money. And that's by getting many more people. We just crossed the 200,000 population mark, but we need more. Because more people means more businesses. And eventually, there'll be a business that does so well we can tax it out the freaking wazoo. And it can practically carry our budget. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to fill in the rest of the city, practically this entire area around our international airport, and that should be about 20 or 30,000 people. But first, last time we moved this university here, and across from it we built this really cool sportsplex center. And now we have a ton of room from moving the big university right in our downtown core. And you know what? We're gonna build a sportsplex right here now. Because having the coolest downtown core possible is mission critical to getting tons of money. Because then people who live away from the downtown core can just say, oh yeah, I live in, I don't know, Vancouver. And people think they're cool. When in reality, they live in like some small shack in the mountains. So yeah, practically just super genius marketing. But then as for our sportsplex area, this is practically all I wanted. Just a cool football field, a little bit of soccer, some high diving boards, and all the rest of the amenities you would expect, including parking. You better believe it. That'll just make our downtown core that much better. Especially after I take a minute fiddling with stuff so it actually looks better too. So we got the parking, we got a big, large city park, we got tons of tennis courts, because tennis courts are posh, right? Right. And the place is looking fantastic. Even from space. So that makes our city a little bit more attractive. I'll make everybody want to move there, except they won't be able to afford downtown, and they're gonna have to move across the street to the train tracks here. And you know, it's not gonna be the worst place in the world. They'll have highway connections and all that jazz. Plus, if they don't mind legging it a little bit, they can scoot over big bridges and go and join the public transit network. And after doing some road reworking here and making it a little bit more efficient, I'll even throw them in a little gift. A parking garage that has a car wash inside. Wow. Fancy stuff, I know. But something even better that money cannot buy is a beautiful view of our gas power plant over there for the people in this tower. They're gonna love it. Planes over that way, fuel power plant that way, and gorgeous industry over there. Oh my gosh. And they won't have to deal with the horrible inner city traffic. Oh no. Sir, you can't park there. Though impressive job getting, you know, the vertical parking in. Are you taking a picture of the whole situation? Yes, you're happy that you're in a traffic accident. Why is that? Because you're gonna post it on your TikTok account? Oh, I bet you are. Look at that smug smile. Well, I can give you people something better to post online. A new beautiful area to live in, that's right. Complete with, oh, you better believe, a dog park. Wow. So it took me a minute to bring it all together here, but they have the basics now. Still with parking, got their schools, crematorium for when they eventually become useless, parks and sports and all that jazz, oh my. And then I even built a subway station for them. So the subway can connect up to the train, and the train goes out the wazoo to all other places in the city. They're gonna love it, I'm sure. So the zoning is in. It's mostly gonna be like medium density housing, with a little bit of high density snuck in there too. Oh, wait a second. Whoops, I put way too much high density over here. Don't ding do. Stop. There we go. And oh yeah, this is gonna be a bright new community. Absolutely gorgeous. Even the ghosts of the soccer players are screaming in excitement. But no, area is now zoned in, and yeah. This is easily the worst place in the entire city to live. Because over here, you're just trapped. Like, the highway divides the community, the train kind of keeps this area in check, oil's over this way, over to the left is like, what? A subway rail yard? Busy trains, busy highways, like, yep, that is easily the worst place in the city by far. Well, that's okay. We need some people to work the dead-end jobs over in the factory district, so they can do that. That just means the smarter people will be able to start better businesses and make us more money, correct? Right. So that just means we need more. Except this time we need to work in the turbo boonies. All around this international airport, I want to zone it all up in a giant grid to utilize some of our other services. So all this can go, all the stores, I don't think so. Now we just have to fill in the grid. Best part about it though, is we have the rest of the city already built, so we just need to continue the patterns that we've established. Like, hey, is that a 4-lane road? It is. Now it goes this way, and that's like a main road built. In fact, it could even go straight through this way and upgrade this. It all lines up almost perfectly. There we go. And on the other end, we have this huge divided 6-lane road. Well, same situation. Just goes this way. Now for getting some of the patterns like extended, we practically have our grid layout already done. Just have to fill in the space with a couple more roads just going in and out here, while trying to avoid as many intersections as we can. And then we have a full new zone ready for more population. Except I was going through services, building elementary schools and whatnot, and I noticed we actually need a new university. Thing is, the universities are huge, and I don't really want to build it in this area in particular. This area doesn't have a lot of public transit. It has one main train station right here, and then there's the other train station there. And that's it. Like, this is a low density suburban turbo boonies. Like, if you're going around this area, you're driving. But a university needs to service the whole city, so we want to build that next to public transit. So what are we gonna do? Make all these citizens' lives more convenient by adding in reliable public transit? No! We're gonna boot out everybody from their homes, goodbye, and build the university closer to the inner city so that it's closer to public transit. Wowee! Heck, what's this, a medical clinic? People don't need medicine. What they need is a university park. Plus 20 outdoor recreation, you see? Boom! They can be healthy by chilling outside in the winter. You know, our university needs a lot more than just a park. Probably some libraries. Okay, that means all these people are now kicked out of their homes. Pedestrian bridge, I'm sure you're used a lot, but now you are gone. And now the elite of our society can learn in the libraries more. It's perfect. Oh, and yeah, we gotta build the extension wing. And the only thing we need to do now is make the university look the part a little bit better. So let's get this elementary school elsewhere. And how do we make this look awesome? Could we get like a city park in here? There are these large, oh, no, it's a large plaza. I wanna build this. Oh wait, can we build that right between the libraries? Ooh. Ah, now that's looking fancy. Ah, that fits in so perfectly, I love it. In fact, let's get even more fancy. Indeed, all we had to do was evict a few more people, and now the campus is looking downright swell. Which means we're ready for the rest of this zone. And I've already kind of got started. Just built a little high school, got an elementary school. Now we just need 1.5 million more elementary schools, pretty much everywhere possible. Along with the usual parks and services. And now, look at all the happy people. I even added in some walking paths that are actually being used. Like, look at this. People can walk through the neighborhood going to like parks or to the university, or they can walk all the way over by the high school and over this bridge to get to the Chew. And that leads them off to the rest of the city. Now, even better is people are so happy the buildings are leveling up and our population is at 215 15,000 now. So just with this little bit of work, we've gotten 15,000 extra people. Budget's looking great too. We've made, I think, like $100 million while all of this was under construction. So I'm guessing the budget's looking pretty good. Yes. Yes, it is. I knew I was the best city planner in the world. How did this happen? My excellent planning, of course. Well, software hasn't collapsed. It seems one of our industries has picked up. Timber's doing pretty well. Plastics, not so much. Oh, and it seems we're making $160 million a month on chemicals. Thank you, chemical companies, for making this city the richest place ever. But you know, in my greed, we could tax that a little bit more, and we could be making a little bit more money. So 365 million a month times 12 months would be 4.4 billion per year. Wow, that's almost 2% of what Apple makes. So not bad. But no, I'll play nice for now. Because if we made like $150 million a month extra by just doing this little expansion here, imagine how much more money we could make if we did a little expansion over here. I'm not sure, but I'm excited to find out. And thankfully, like this part of the city, we already have a lot of patterns established here. So we have some roads around, we have main roads, we have a above ground subway, which is practically just like a train. I can bring some public transit in even, so we could probably do a little bit higher density stuff around here. And then in no time, another $100 million for us. By us, I mean me. Only thing I'm gonna be a little bit mindful of though, is to make really small properties. A lot of these people complain about high rent, and I think the way to get rid of high rent complainers is by making like really tiny houses. So you can do that by building lots of roads close together, similar to like this, like 4 tiles apart. Then you just zone in half the road, a bunch of tiny homes get made, then you zone in the other half of the road, more tiny homes come in, and it's super rent cheap. And of course, there's always, what's it called? Low rent housing. But low rent housing's like there's towers and stuff, and not everybody wants to live in the slum towers and all that jazz. So we'll probably build some. But of course, we're just not gonna let the poor people live anywhere. No. We'll have them live in terrible places, like behind subway stations and stuff like that. So it's loud and uncomfortable. But look, I'm not a bad guy here. I'm just economically motivated, and sometimes that works in everyone's benefit. So the poor people can live here, but then right across the street practically, there's a college for them. And if they can afford it, then there they go. First they go to school, then they can get a high-paying job somewhere, and then they can make me more money. It's a beautiful system, kind of like this new district here. It's a beautiful grid, which is now also filled with beautiful taxpayers. Look at all these houses, it's gorgeous. Very nice, out-of-city, suburban zone here now. Look at all these new people. In fact, how many new people is that? You know, about 20,000 new people. Not bad. Not bad at all. And we now have worker subunit 6, hooray! With parking fees that are out the wazoo. Oh, and wait, 5,400 residents? Geez, that is actually quite substantive. But all of them just happen to still be whiners about property prices and rent. Just don't rent, buy your own property. It's only a cool, I don't know, $1 million, maybe less. Like, look at this gorgeous little shack you could have yourself for $1.2 million. If you can afford Cool Flames truck, you can afford a $1.2 million shack. Or wait a second. Is it just the case that all these suburbanites are poor? Are they a drain on society? My money! We're down $56 million a month. It's all of these people's fault. Now they're rioting and burning down their own homes? That's it, that's enough. We're coming up with a shortfall, one way or another. What's the education level of these people? Can we target them? Average wealth, wealthy? Yeah, right. Nope, can't tell their education level. So by default, we'll just punish the poors. Also, the elementary schools, I'm taking them back. I don't care. Be mad. Should have given me more money. Now that they're all gone and spring has arrived, where are we at budget-wise? Oh, you know, back at $235 million per month. Well, well, well. Master Mayor Kibbs does it again. Except in our budget, the chemical companies have all collapsed. But we now have t-shirt companies, making us $262 million per month. Oh, almost $500 million per month. Oh, look at that number. No, we tried this last time and it collapsed the industry, so we'll leave them alone at 15%. But really, if we're talking to the board, right, we can't do less than we're doing last time. In the last episode, we're making $367 million per month. Now we're doing $375 million per month. So you know what? We call that improvement. Oh, but wait, big swing out of nowhere. Suddenly, we are going bankrupt. Textiles, what's up with that? Negative $240 million, what? We tax them more and we get less? Wait a second. Aha! There you go, tax them less, get more. All right. And we're back to $365 million per month. All right, numbers, they're always going up. And if you guys enjoy numbers going up, remember to subscribe and leave a like. However, that is gonna be all for now. So I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.